2017, we had a big project led by Surin to dig a well. And this year, in 2018, it's been a different big project to build a wall. As you can see from these pictures, all manner of animals have enjoyed our property for over 10 years. Horses, cows, goats, chicken, mostly sheep. And it didn't bother us for a while, but when they started to come in the house, we thought maybe something needed to be done. So last summer, our surveyors started marking the land, and Jim Gettins, one of our Project Paros team members from Massachusetts, helped get us started. As you can see, he was busy taking down an old wall behind the house. We'll use those stones later in another project. But we're grateful to Jim for getting us started with this project. We said to him, when you leave to go back to America, something big is going to happen here. So, preparations were underway to put together metal for the posts. Digging a wide base for the strength, and the total perimeter that the wall would be is 560 feet, and the base would be 2 feet deep and 1.5 feet wide. The masters from the village here lined the base with a black heavy stone called basalt, brought from a village not far from the lake. And they secured the metal posts in place every 10 feet between the posts. So 2 experienced masters had, as you can see, 2 strong young helpers who lifted all of these heavy stones and helped prepare the concrete for the base, cutting the stones to size. Because of severe weather in the Sevan area, the base needed to be especially strong so that moisture would not affect the procedure in years to come. Surin traveled to Ashtarak, over 100 miles away, in search of pink tooth volcanic stones. Tatevik and I, from the start of our lighthouse project, had been dreaming of having a beautiful pink tooth stone wall. What a fascinating sight he found in the quarry in Ashtarak, with heavy machinery to cut the stones and incredible expertise for chiseling bricks out of the ground. Each truck holds 900 bricks of volcanic pink tooth. And as before long, the first tooth layer started to take shape on top of the basalt base. The surveyor came once again to be sure of the perimeter because the property is not level. and the wall would be built in steps. So we didn't want any problems with building on territory that doesn't rightly belong to us. So it was a constant leveling process. Here you can see some neighbor kids watching the situation. Now they started to fill the posts with concrete. The guys carried heavy bags of cement into the basement where it would stay dry until it was used, because there's so much rain in these months, July to September. So they continued fitting metal supports for under the gate, another important process. And the local welder up the street worked very hard to build from scratch our gate and door. Surin looked high and low for metal pieces in Sevan City, in Yerevan, wherever he could find exactly what was needed. And then when it was completed, it wouldn't fit on a truck. So 8 of our neighbor men carried the new gate down the street to our house from the welder's house. And we have to say that Tatevik and Karina were quite pleased with their gate design. Karina's brother Paul thinks it's going to be copied throughout the village. We'll see. So, voila! Our dream came true. We have a beautiful pink tuff wall, and now we're excited to see in the years to come all that can happen inside this enclosure. Once the ground is leveled, we can even plant trees and flowers, which we waited to do for so many years because everything was getting eaten by you-know-who, sheep. So many thanks to Surin and his crew for 4 months of hard work, and especially good thanks to Surin for developing more good relations in the village with our neighbors through this project. Pray with us that the next steps of activities for children and youth, young adults will bring glory to the Lord, because this has been done heartily as to Him for His service.